Ask Reddit. What conspiracy theory do you believe in the most?
That the 2016 clowns were a marketing rouse to promote it, the movie, by reminding people that clowns are scary as shit. I was told about the clown thing before it happened and was told that it was part of guerrilla marketing for it. The downside to that is there were actually fucking crazy people following the trend. My town had harmless clowns in general areas not really bothering people, and then clowns harassing people in the middle of the night by pounding on doors, looking through tapping windows, and attempting to open doors or at least shaking door handles. Don't know of any injuries, but I know of quite a few people who dealt with this sort of thing. It scarred me. I never had a problem with clowns until our late night game session got ruined by the clown harassing us, until we made it clear we were calling the cops and they were on their way. Michael Jordan didn't decide to step away from the NBA to play baseball to honor his dad or anything like that. He got caught gambling, and David Stern couldn't allow the league to lose all credibility with its biggest star being suspended for betting on games. He had him take a couple years off instead of publicly punishing God. There was a good doc on Netflix that went into detail about it. It's about the ref who would throw games, and Michael accidentally got caught up in it when the FBI intercepted a phone conversation. That Hot Ones makes the last chicken wing less spicy than they used to because somebody threatened to sue them. I've tested this theory and I believe it's true. Da bomb is literally kick you in the face, make you cry blood spicy. Last dab is nothing compared to that shit. Edit. I've also tried Blair's Mega Death which they used to use for the last dab, and it's still nothing compared to Da bomb. I guess she was just tired of seeing pictures of people's cars, she had to be murdered. Nothing adds up. Too many people in the house at weird times, too many people mad at her, too many stories changing. Yeah, it seems crazy levels of obvious. Area 51 is just a front that was allowed to become popular in the public eye, but actually has nothing of value. Not saying aliens in bases exist, just saying Area 51 is allowed to be the popular secret base thing to cover up actual secrets. I must correct my previous statement, Camp David is a retreat, not an emergency location. However, that could also be a front. Also not downplaying what the airmen at 51 do, just saying that what they do now is not likely as top secret as people are led to believe. Something fucking weird is happening with YouTube kids. Elsagate, I totally agree. Who the hell sits down at their computer and says I'll make a children's animation about Mickey Mouse chopping off Elsa's head. And then posts it on YouTube and has it targeted at kids? If it's for ad revenue then they could put in way less effort for the same payoff, because kids will watch anything. Like those unboxing videos that I'm pretty sure toy companies promote because kids of cord cutters aren't seeing commercials anymore. Coca-Cola tested HFCS in place of sugar and found that while the taste was similar, people could tell the difference. They brought out new Coke to cleanse people's palates and waited until as much of the original formula products had been sold as they could. Then they cancelled New Coke and brought back Coke Classic, which was the HCFS version, and people didn't have any original stuff left to compare it to. The only reason they made New Coke was to act as a buffer, so people wouldn't notice the change in ingredients. I absolutely hate HFCS in my drinks. I went to India over the winter, over there almost every soda has cane sugar as the sweetener, and I just can't deal with eating corn as my sugar. There's too much fucking corn in American food. I'll have to find the Twitter thread that documents all the uses we've found for corn and how it's in almost everything we eat. Marshmello doesn't actually produce his own music. My biggest piece of evidence is the creator arcade videos he speaks and navigates Ableton like someone with only a basic knowledge of music production. He does everything number by number, producers don't do that, you can't just instantly know that sound needs a boost of exactly 1 decibel at exactly 1.2 kHz without even listening to the sound first. He randomly pauses every now and then, presumably to be fed lines, and he seems to lack even a basic understanding of music theory, recreating MIDI by randomly clicking in notes with no regard for the key of this song. Someone with the level of skill he demonstrates should not be capable of making radio quality hits. His song Friends with Anne Marie is literally just a stock beat he got from a stock website, he just added the kick. That's crazy, can you link to a source? If you have Splice, you can search melodic guitar hooks 95 Amin acoustic groovy, and it'll pull up the guitar hook. I think some memes are started by businesses as a form of free advertising. The recent Duolingo memes got me thinking more about it. Duolingo wasn't a small app at the time, but it became a lot more popular after the fact. There have been other memes revolving around a particular product brand as well that make me think this is happening on a strategic level beyond some kid thinking it'd be hella funny to do this or that. I'm pretty sure this was happened with the movie Bird Box. It was all over Twitter and other social media before I even heard anything about it from Netflix. That's just a well-made marketing campaign. What Duolingo likely did was too. It's called guerrilla marketing and it's quite common. I believe that the company 23and will sell our information to insurance companies and medical companies in the future. Like the CEO was Anne Wojcicki, married to Google co-founder Sergey Brin. Edit. Anna Wojcicki and Sergey Brin are in fact not married. Is Anne the sister of YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki? They sure keep the power in the family, don't they? Yes. Truly a great coincidence for them to lead two massive companies. I believe that the government probably makes some conspiracy theories to try to make questioning the government seem somewhat crazy. I heard this recently about reptilians. Me? Yeah, there's no such thing as reptilian aliens running our government and business. My lizard? Yes, you are correct, human friend. Now I must topple a government, I mean eat this fly. Disney released Frozen so that it would be the top result when searching Disney Frozen, and not anything about Walt's head being cryogenically frozen in the Disney theme park. I don't know how likely that is, on either count actually. Just like the Anime Free was named so they could get promotion from all the kids searching free anime. Jokes on them, most people find it from searching free porn. Although I haven't watched the show, the water effects are amazing. Also the characters are shredded. They have like 8 packs. 2 related to the US military. The US government pushed high school football on kids to get them in shape during the Cold War. The US government doesn't have free tuition for colleges due to many members of the military joining specifically to get college paid for. It would massively decrease the enlisted count. People who oppose free college often argue that it would hurt military enlistment, so I don't even know if this is a conspiracy. Just a little-known conflict of interest. The military literally put out a statement saying that tuition-free colleges would hurt their recruitment regime and thereby pose a threat to national security. My dog is still living on a farm somewhere, 47 years later. This is true. Can confirm. Don't ask why or how, too dangerous. I've already said too much. A Doge Point sniper are your head. A Bark 15. Michael Bay is a genius auteur who makes shitty movies on purpose. It's like his own little societal experiment where he sees how shitty he can make a movie that still makes money, all while making fun of his audience for his own personal amusement. I like this one. I read an interview with Michael Bay where he said, "I make action movies for teenage boys, where's the crime in that? He knows what he is doing, and he's right." You guys remember the end of the world theory that the rapture would happen on May 21, 2011? Macho Man Randy Savage died on May 20, 2011. Basically, Macho Man Randy Savage died to save humanity, shouldering all of our sins. Oh yeah. That our phones are always recording, at least audio, to target advertising of course, but more secret agent things as well. My mother-in-law talking at dinner about how hard it is to train for a marathon now that she is over the age of 55. I get ads all over Reddit, Google, whatever that read over 50 and a runner. Check out this random product. Within 4 hours of the conversation. I know there was a bunch of stuff about this, but I think every company denied it. Could be wrong though. I remember a couple years back I had a pain in the back of my mouth and went to the school nurse and told her I thought it was my wisdom teeth coming in. It was. A couple minutes later, my Instagram Explorer page had a bunch of stuff about wisdom teeth removal. I was talking to my mom the other day about getting a present for someone leaving our office. My mom and I work in the same office, and we decided on naming a star after them. Opened up my phone and instantly saw an ad for the star naming site. I literally listed the suggested. To this day my weirdest experience in this was over Christmas. My mom got my mother-in-law Omaha steaks as a gift. I called my mother-in-law to make sure she got it and said how much she loves Omaha steaks. I get off the phone and open Facebook, and the first immediate ad was for Omaha steaks. KFC has been intentionally making their biscuits drier to sell more drinks. They have free refills, so it would be better for them to have moist biscuits, less refills. I think I am going to hear about the term moist biscuits. Now y'all be loving this shit right here. All those DNA ancestor sites are giving the government your DNA for their record. I mean, that's literally how they caught the Golden State Killer, like 30 years later. Just got another dude, also from Sacramento, for a series of rapes in the 90s via the same method last week. Oh yay, apparently every serial violent criminal from the 90s is hiding away here in Sacramento. Not really one single conspiracy theory, but I do feel like seemingly, quite often if a big political scandal is breaking, something tends to happen that dominates the news cycle for a little bit. A shooting, celebrity controversy, that is just basic political game. If something looks bad for political party A, then supporters and media of political party A push other news first and search for something bigger. Also, supporters of that political party runs to other news to keep their political bias in check.